The MG ZS EV was MG's first electric car, and it was a huge success because it was comfortable, easy to live with and great value. Now meet its successor, the MGS5. You will be unsurprised to hear that the MGS5 sticks to very much the same principles as the ZS, in that it's going for comfort and practicality, really. That's why you buy it. Affordability, comfort, practicality. And I think we can all agree that that really is a good thing. Now, it's based on the MG4, also a good thing because that was the, one of the best-selling electric cars in the UK last year, and we know that the MG4 drives really well. So, promising news for the MGS5. Also means that you get rear-wheel drive, 228 brake horsepower in the bigger battery that we've got here. Talking of batteries, you get two options. You've got a smaller 49 kilowatt hour LFP battery, which has a range of 211 miles by official WLTP standards, or you can go for the longer range 64 kilowatt hour battery that we're testing here, and that will get you a WLTP range of up to 298 miles. The MGS5 is a mid-sized SUV which measures 4.5 metres long, and it costs from £28,500 if you go for that shorter range model, or the bigger battery starts at just under £32,000 if you go for the SE that we've got here. Now that is not bad at all given the range, and given that you get a lot of equipment as standard, which is another MG trademark selling point. But it has to be said that the electric family car and electric SUV classes have moved on a lot since the MG ZS EV and the MG5 were, such popular things. So this car has got a lot to prove, because now it's at 32 grand for a top spec one. You're nearly in the same price territory as the Kia EV3, the Skoda Elroq, and those are really polished family electric cars. Probably a bit closer on price and kind of remit to the MG here. Well, you're looking at Puma Gen-E, Renault 4, so there's some really good competition out there now for the MG. So I don't know what you think about the way it looks. Leave us a comment, let us know. I think it's incredibly boring, I have to say. Don't mind it, nothing bad about it at all. I actually quite like the sort of squinty, slightly more MG4-esque headlights. That's all good. Roof rails, fine. Quite like the bright blue. Nothing wrong with it at all. Just very boring and forgettable, I think. But, one thing I suppose maybe I like about it, it's quite slab-sided. It's an SUV, that's fine. But I think to my eyes it looks quite estatey. I think because of the proportions, quite long, kind of squared off at the back. Yeah, I like that kind of a blobby estate look. Fine. I don't know. I think I'm looking for things to say about it. But generally, I think fine, but yeah, quite forgettable. More important than what it looks like, of course, is how practical is it? So, in here we have got a 453 litre boot, and very characteristic of the MG, it's extremely fit for purpose, but there is absolutely nothing particularly smart or clever or expensive about it. So, 453 litres, it's more than fit for purpose for a family. You're going to get your buggy in there, you're going to get your big shop. It's got loads of space, that's absolutely fine. Actually, quite a low load lip, so I like that. And standard variable boot floor, so that's really good. You get loads of space under there for your cables. And my particular favourite feature is that you get a huge thing here that says tools in massive font, so you can't miss it. This really kind of flimsy, here you go, look, tools. Do you know what's underneath there? It's tools. So, I don't know why I find that amusing, I'm just a child. So there you go. In fact, there's barely any tools under there. So you've got all your inflation bits. There's no spare tyre, I'm afraid, but you get all your inflation bits under there. More importantly, loads of space for your cables, but the seats just fold in a 60-40 split. There's no sliding seats. There's not really any jazzy, interesting functions. Just does what you need it to. A Ford Puma Gen-E's got more space and is kind of more versatile. So is a Kia EV3 and a Skoda Elroq, it has to be said. But, it's pretty good still, isn't it? It's fine. The back seats are roomy enough for a couple of adults or lanky teens. They'll be perfectly comfy back there. But it has to be said that there is no light back there, which can be annoying if you've got small kids and car seats to faff about with in the dark. And there's no centre armrest either. Plus, it does feel like it's been upholstered completely in wetsuit material, which is slightly odd. Nonetheless, it feels durable, perfectly bright and light, and it will be comfortable even for taller people. Right, I feel I should emphasise that I am not on a big downer about this car. I feel like I've been quite negative about it, but it really is very good, largely because it's just such great value, like I've mentioned, and you get loads of kit. So this is the SE, which is the cheaper of the two trims, although with the bigger battery. And, you know, the upholstery is still good, so actually the interior is one area where MG's really kind of tried to improve things in here. So you've got improved materials, steering wheel feels really nice now. You know, suede trimmed, wireless phone charging, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Thank you. Finally, you don't have to plug your phone in, which is more because in previous MGs I've tried quite often the USB port plays up and it kind of, you know, the connection's not great. So the wireless, really good thing for the Apple CarPlay. Big 12-inch screen. And look, physical buttons for the aircon control and volume. Yes, MG has been listening to us. So that all is great, really like that. And I think it looks pretty good, very grey. So please don't get me wrong that yes, I know the rear seats, there's no light, there's no centre armrest, it's upholstered with wetsuit material, it's all a bit weird. But nonetheless, it's a really decent car this for the money. Yeah, and I think the SE pretty much is all you need in terms of equipment, apart from you have to go for the trophy to get heated seats and lumbar adjustment. And that really annoys me. I wish they would offer it even just as an affordable option, even just the heated seats. I think heated seats are really kind of an essential for a lot of people now. Certainly for me, because I'm spoiled. So there you go. Yeah, so that's the only thing that annoys me about the MG's equipment stuff. But other than that, it's really quite nice up here, isn't it? Decent cup holders, wireless phone charging, proper physical buttons for the important stuff. Yeah, I like it. Rapid charging speeds peak at up to 139 kilowatts, which is either on a par or better than most of the MG's rivals, and it means that you can get a 10 to 80% top up in under half an hour. A full charge at a 7 kilowatt home charger will take between 7 and 11 hours depending on which battery you've got. You also get standard V to L charging so that you can charge up any other electrical device from the car's high voltage battery, which is a really nice standard feature. And it's worth noting that the charging socket is now on the wing of the car rather than on the nose as it was with the ZS, which is more useful for most charging points. So this being the SE version of the MGS5, it's got little Diddy 17-inch alloy wheels, which you might have noticed from the outside look kind of like they look like sort of furniture casters or something on this car. They look really tiny. But do you know what? I think great. Small wheels, I'm all for it. Not only because it means you get the longer range, so you lose WLTP range actually drops by 10 miles if you go for the trophy with the bigger wheels. It goes down to 289 miles. So this has got the longer range and it's really comfy. It's really cushy. It's got quite a nice kind of long wave sort of ride comfort. It does get little bit reactive and fidgety around town, at slower speeds when you get sort of sharp edge bumps, that kind of thing. You know, there's a bit of that, but it's really not bad. I think that the comfort in here is good. The refinement, very decent. All the brake pedals got a nice feel, not too much wind noise, there's not much vibration through the wheel. It's just a calm, quite quiet, very easygoing car. I would like to draw your attention to something called MG Pilot Custom. This means that you can select the settings that you prefer from the driver assistance systems, and MG gives you all of the driver assistance stuff as standard on every model. But you can go through and you can choose your lane keep assist, speed limit warning, all of that, whether you want it on or off, save it how you like it, and then when you get back in the car, you can just hit the button in the system settings and activate it. And it's a really good way of just having all the assistance settings how you like it. It's easy to do it. I like that a lot. Maybe not quite so easy as Renault has it because they've got a physical button that you just double tap when you get in, but still really good that that's a feature now. Brake regen as well. That's now you can have that on the steering wheel, so you can use these little star favourite buttons here on the wheel. You can choose what those take you to, so you can have it. One of these takes you to the brake regen. You can toggle through. You've got low mode, which is really low, so you feel it a little bit but not much. And then you've got medium, strong, and you've also got adaptive. So strong, as MG calls it, is really kind of a one pedal mode, and it bleeds in nice and smoothly. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. So it's quite nice that you can activate that easily when you're around town. I prefer paddles on the wheel, but that's fine. The fact that you can set it up so you can access it through the steering wheel button, that's okay. The adaptive mode is good, but it does kind of intrude a bit. You notice it a bit more with vehicles in front. It's a bit if the vehicle moves off, then the car suddenly releases the regen and it's all just not quite as smooth and intuitive as it is in some other cars that have got adaptive regen. But it's not too bad, and I like the fact that it's an option, so there's that. It's just really nice to drive. You've got drive modes, of course, but mostly you're just going to leave it in your default sort of comfort setting. Steering's light enough but precise. Ride's really comfy, like I said. 0 to 62 in 6.3 seconds in this one, in the big battery. That's really fast. If you go for the standard range car with the smaller battery, then you get a bit less power, and it's 0 to 62 in 8 seconds. And I reckon that's still going to be more than fast enough. Certainly this is pretty rapid, this car. I like it. It's all very straightforward. There's nothing thrilling about it, but it does the job really well, which is something I've said a lot about this car, isn't it? It's not thrilling, but it does the job well. As for the all-important real-world range, well, we're seeing over 270 miles in fairly moderate driving conditions and in warm temperatures, so that's probably a best-case scenario. However, on the motorway, expect that to drop to about 250-ish miles, and in winter, then expect that to drop even more, down to about 200 to 220 miles. We haven't driven the standard range model yet, so we'll have to wait and see how that does in the real world. Nonetheless, that is not bad efficiency from the MG, and the fact that it has a bigger battery and longer overall range than many of its rivals will be a huge selling point. The MGS5 is an impressively predictable car. Imagine what an MG electric SUV would be, and that's pretty much what it is. And you know what? That's a good thing, because MG's got such a great reputation for producing sensible, no-nonsense, affordable electric cars. And that's what this is, and it does it really, really well. It's spacious, the range and efficiency is good, the value's great. It's just what a lot of people are going to be after. Yes, a Ford Puma is much more fun to drive. Yes, a Jeep Avenger looks much cooler. Yes, an EV3 and an L-Roc both are actually just much better family electric cars, but they're also a lot more expensive. So look, this is a really good option. If you just want a common sense electric SUV, you want loads of space in the back and in the boot, lots of kit, doesn't want to cost too much money, well, this is a great option, isn't it? Make sure you get a good deal, because I have to say I did look at the PCP finance and the leasing, and you are going to be paying £350 to £400 a month for this on PCP with a £5,000 deposit, 36-month contract. That's not bad, but it might be closer to others than you might imagine. So do your maths when it comes to monthly payments if that's how you're paying. Even so, get a good deal, and the MGS5 is a fine family electric SUV. Don't forget to head to cargurus.co.uk for a whole host of fantastic used cars. And while you're here, please do like the video, subscribe to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel and turn your notifications on so that you don't miss any of our videos.